Hey, it is Mark Patrick, and I have a real exciting interview here today. We are speaking with James. James came to our program, and he's going to share with you a little bit of what has taken place from him. I think this will be extremely inspiring for you if you are on the fence. This is definitely about stopping smoking. So, James, welcome, man.
Thanks for having me.
So, where are you located? What state? What city?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. Nice. So, good baseball team for sure.
Hopefully we're going to be okay this year.
I don't know. I'm a Yankee fan. I don't know how the heck they always end up, in some kind of World Series, and they never really make any noise, but they're always in the playoffs and contenders for
It's
sure.
definitely a baseball town, yeah.
Yeah. So, excuse me, James. Tell everybody about yourself. When did you start smoking?
Oh, I'm 67 now. I started smoking probably at 15 or so.
Pretty much the same reason everybody else does. Just being stupid kids.
Right, right. And my parents both smoked.
Yeah.
Just grew up with it and just thought it was the thing to do when you grew up. You smoked. Part of it. And
Yeah, and then you internalize it, and then next thing you know, you got 10, 20, 30, almost 40 years, 50
exactly,
years
yeah.
under your belt of smoking.
Turned into
Okay, so
something
how many times do you think you tried to quit in the past?
different. 5 or 6 at least. I mean, I've tried Nicorette, I've tried the Shantix, I've
Hmm.
tried cold turkey, I've tried pretty much anything you can think of. I
Yeah.
still the hypnosis. This was the first time with that.
And what's the longest, besides coming to our program, we'll get to that in a second. What's the longest that you stop for on your own or
No
using
more than
some of these other,
no
how
more than a
long?
couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
no more than a couple of weeks. I'm on today is 5 weeks now from the Mark Patrick seminar.
And that's the longest you've gone as a non-smoker.
By far, yeah.
Are fantastic. And have you had any challenges in your life, stress or any of that stuff that would normally make a smoker, think about things?
I
In other words,
I'm still getting urges, yeah, but the things I learned at the seminar, it's helped me deal with them.
yeah. I mean, right now you're just going through kind of the physical side of just getting all these toxins and nicotine out of your body. So, a couple more weeks, you should definitely be okay with that. So
It's
you
definitely
came
getting better.
So you came for the new year, basically, sometime this new year.
Yeah. January 28th, I was at the seminar in St. Louis.
Fantastic. So, what would you say the perception of hypnosis was that you had kind of walking in the door versus when you walked out? Because sometimes it's a little different in people's heads.
I was pretty skeptical coming in. I
Yeah.
thought, I didn't know what to expect really. And I just kind of went along with it and listened. It was definitely got my attention. I started,
Yeah.
falling in right there and walked out of that place and I haven't had a cigarette since.
That's
It
fantastic.
hasn't really been that hard.
It shouldn't be hard when you change one of the things is changing the image at the subconscious level to that of a non-smoker. Basically, you're just attracting non-smoker behaviors and just kind of erasing all the stuff that's been conditioned for many, many years. There's a process. I don't want to get all boring and technical here, but that's fantastic. So, okay, so you stopped smoking here. Fantastic thing. How much you think you're saving monthly
That's
from your
what I was talking
cigarettes?
about with my wife the other night. I was spending probably $26 a day between me and her
Okay.
for the last 30 days. I mean, that came to
So that's
a couple car
900
payments
almost.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that's almost 900 a month.
It's
That's
insane.
10,000
Yeah, the money that we were
10,000 a
spending.
year. Yeah.
I think the thing that finally broke the camel's back, I went in Quick Trip and bought 3 packs of cigarettes, and it was over $30.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this is ridiculous. I got to do something different.
It's funny that you're in St. Louis, and I just did a content video on the top 10 cities in the country and how much the cost of cigarettes have gone up. And the number one city is New York City, $18 a pack in New York City,
Wow.
man. Yeah, so that can help you move the needle because there's always emotional leverage, and sometimes you just get pissed off enough, and you're like, "Screw you! You're not getting my money
Exactly.
anymore. I'm taking this back." And everybody, I think that helps get that emotional leverage to get to you to the point where you're ready, willing, and able to accept what we're going out there and doing collectively together. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Kids, grandkids, what you got?
My wife and I have no kids. Been married
Okay.
40, 42 years, no kids.
That's fantastic. Yeah, sometimes it's good when you get those grandkids. They're all thrilled and happy for you there. Sometimes that's another added bonus for somebody, but not completely. Thing. So let me ask you a question. If somebody's watching this and they're thinking about coming to a seminar, they've maybe tried to stop smoking a million times in the past, and they're maybe a little bit skeptical, what would you suggest to them to do?
Show up, spend the $50, and show up with an open mind. Don't hesitate to do it. It's worth a try. It's definitely worth a try. Like I said, I was skeptical coming in. I thought, let's just see what happens, and like I said, I walked out of there and I haven't smoked a cigarette since. It's definitely worth trying.
Yeah, I think that is really the key thing. You just were ready at the right time here. So, and
I'm trying to get my next door neighbor to sign up for it.
We'll be back in the summertime, and we do get a lot of referral business from there. So I just want to thank you. It's a two-way street doing this thing together. You got to do it together. That's when you get the magic in this thing. I thank you for the opportunity to serve you, to serve your family. Look forward to serving some of your friends and neighbors and hopefully helping them. We always want to take one away from the bad guys, the cigarette companies, because they're always going out there trying to find new blood in this thing. But if we can get you living a little bit longer, living a little bit healthier, that gives me a smile on my face at the end of the day, bro. So
I can't thank you guys enough. It's been a life-changing deal for me and my wife.
That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing the words of wisdom, and we appreciate the opportunity to play in your health, man.
Hey, thank you.